It's getting to be that time of the year where it's so dark out in the morning that it's hard to film out here with the kitties. But all the backyard crew is here. Hi, Tux. And I'm fixing to go around to the front yard crew. Everyone out here is doing good this morning too. Hey, Panther. They had a frog up here that they were having a little fun with. I rescued him. I always have to look at the mat before I put my foot down in the morning, and hopefully I put my shoes on. Sometimes I don't. That's a mistake usually. You boys hold down the fort. Marty's over there playing with leaves and moss again. Tux is right here. I don't know where Stripe and Morris went to after they ate. I'm sure I'm not too far. Johnny's right behind me. Poor Ruby. She's dirty. Not so much up top, but down below from the road. Splashing stuff back up onto her. Good morning, Ruby. So 2021.24.3 Disney Plus dash cam improvements. I'll have to read up on that. Remain connected to Wi-Fi and drive, and new language support. Not car wash mode? I thought it had car wash mode too. What's the dash cam improvements? Dash cam can now automatically save clips whenever your vehicle detects the occurrence of a safety event such as an accident or airbag deployment. Recordings captured or stored locally and never transmitted to Tesla to opt-in, tap control, safety and security dash cam auto. To learn more about how to set up and use dash cam, please refer to the owner's manual. So controls, safety, security, safety, dash cam, auto. Does that mean if you honk it doesn't? Okay, so honk can still, sorry, I didn't mean to have the camera up too far. It was on manual when I came in. It was on manual and I just hit auto. And it left on honk, so that's good. Cool. And I do see that it does have the little red dot up here. I know in the morning the focus is not so good. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can with it. Yeah, you can see the little red dot. Why, good morning, buddy. There is a fog advisory this morning, but it's nowhere near as thick today as it was yesterday. Well, we've made it to downtown without any problems this morning. No crazy drivers or anything. No dump trucks. No closed lanes. There's a Model 3 in front of the car in front of me. There, you can see it. I was going to say, I'm seeing so many Teslas now that I'm starting to feel like we're little California. In the Raleigh area, they're just really thick at this point, which is great. I'm seeing probably upwards of 10 a day in and out of the city. Like I was any day I went to Whole Foods Cary. I mean, shoot, I'm seeing 3 to 5 a day just in Fuquay. Well, I tell you what, I do very much appreciate the user profile feature and the ability to have a profile set up to point the mirrors down when in drive instead of reverse. Yeah, that's really an awesome feature. I have Johnny hit drive-through profile for me on approach, and then after I'm out of there, I hit back to Marianne profile, but that is really helping me out. All that rubbering on that cement curb up and down that entrance to the school for nothing, you know. If you're put the car in drive and you try to move with the doors up, this is what you get. You get a fair amount of warning as long as you don't have the music blaring and you actually look at your screen. I really have compassion for anyone that's accidentally taken their wing off, but there is a good bit of warning. It used to be when I would come by the slot in the morning, it would pretty much be entirely full. That was pre-COVID. Certainly in the afternoon it was packed. There's like nobody here. I don't get it. And it's been this way every day. So finally I turned around and came back to get a picture of Ruby. I've been here before, but it's been a long time. And you know, I like to take pictures of the car in front of murals. I did have a chance to watch Rob Maurer Tesla Daily, well, last night, middle of the night, something like that. And, you know, I was really interested to see what he had to say about the NHTSA investigation stuff. Now, look, I won't click on stuff in the news. That was just wonderful there, yeah. I won't click on stuff in the news because I don't want to give clicks to clickbaity headlines for news organizations that don't care about publishing any facts. But I'm good with Rob doing all of his research and then sharing with us, as I've said before. At any point, I thought he did an excellent job on that video, so if you're only an occasional watcher instead of an everyday watcher, I highly recommend. That would pretty much explain it. A couple of things I took away is the fraction of first responder accidents with vehicles not involved in what they're responding to. Tesla is a very small percentage of those. Yeah, and he pulled up the ones for, I think, 2020 and did an in-depth on the first 4. And I do believe he went in chronological order. I don't know if it was top down or top up, but anyway, a couple of them were DUIs and one of them had a revoked license. So not exactly your typical, well, hopefully not your typical Tesla driver, certainly not an unscathed driver. So that kind of added a little bit to it. But I think the thing that I wanted to bring to the table that Rob, I don't think mentioned, that I didn't hear him mention, is that it sort of seems a waste of time to me to investigate incidents back in 2018, because the software has changed so much since then. You're not really able to understand very easily, I don't think, you know, if the problems would still be in the current software, and which I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't. I mean, as I approach stoplights, Ruby is 100% consistently, to the best of my knowledge, interpreted every green light or red light correctly and stopped or not stopped the car, or had me, you know, I'm actually driving here, so she didn't ding, but had, you know, me recognize it. And so I understand it's a little bit different when you've got an object off to the side of the road, but the I mean, I remember driving back in 2017, and I would come up fast on stop traffic, and sometimes she made you wonder if she was going to stop or not. And there were some reports of the cars not stopping. So I totally think it was possible back then that, you know, the technology wasn't there 100% of the time on its own to stop for stuff. But I'm not really feeling that right now. I'm not. I never really, I mean, I watch, but I feel very comfortable that she's going to stop in pretty much every situation when she needs to. And the amount of things that she shows me she detects on the side of the road has increased, and the visualizations have increased. And I guess all I'm saying is, yep, they might go back and say that it's possible that there was, you know, a problem in 2018, but I really don't think it's going to be on the current software, and that means even the 2017 cars. So it's not like there would end up being a recall, because, you know, in the traditional sense, whatever was broken back then is not broken anymore or is significantly improved. So, you know, if they want to go spend some government money and investigate something that the playing field has drastically changed on since then, I mean, obviously they're going to do what they want to do, but I don't think that it's a very worthwhile expense or way to spend time or government effort. That's just me personally. Now, there was one death in one of the collisions, and obviously that's very unfortunate and very sad. I mean, we never want any Teslas to be part of a fatality, right? But the other thing I wanted to bring to the table in the conversation is that we're not gonna have new quote-unquote rocket science if we're not willing to take some risks, and there will be some tragedy along the way. Just like you know, look at the space program as a good example. Really look at any industry. As we came up on the Industrial Revolution, in the textile mills, people would get injured, and in the coal mines, well, people may still be exposed to the coal dust, but hopefully not to the level that they were at one time, when it would cause you know, so much lung problems. I'm just saying, that doesn't mean we don't want to try to lessen or reduce at a reasonable effort, but some issues are expected along the way. Are we really, as a society, not expecting there to be any issues as we grow as a society? I think not. So, yeah, I mean, I expect there to be a couple of crashes involving autopilot as it grows as a technology. I mean, Tesla is eventually going to release more full self-driving capabilities to more people driving Teslas, and not just the beta people. I don't know when that's going to be, but it will happen eventually. I don't know if it'll be everything the beta people have in one drop, or it'll be another subset of it, or what it will be. And you know, I expect there'll be a few problems, so don't be surprised about it. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing it. It doesn't mean it's not a worthwhile cause. It doesn't mean that the cost isn't worth the potential, you know, future outcomes. I know Don and I are hoping that the technology will be there by the time we're old enough to need some help getting to doctor's appointments and groceries. So we've got a few years, but we really are hoping that the technology is going to grow. So I don't know. My recommendation is steer clear of the videos and news stories that are hyping the Tesla problem. Again, I think he said it was like less than 0.5% of the incidents involving first responders involve Teslas. Have you heard about any of the other accidents with first responders? I mean, maybe you did in your local community, right? I'm sure if, you know, God forbid, a police officer or fireman in Fuquay were killed due to for any reason, but also due to a car accident at the scene, someone driving inappropriately, not responding to the lights or whatever, you know, it would be all over the local news. It might even make state news, but would it make the news in California if a police officer in Fuquay got injured? Probably not, unless it was a Tesla. And then of course it's going to be. So never underestimate the people out there that still want EVs and Teslas, etc. to fail. Never underestimate that. And the other point that Rob made, which I think is an important one, is you know, Elon has talked recently about adding to the suite of visualizations, things seen, thing the car is looking for and analyzing, fire trucks, police cars, emergency vehicles with lights and sirens. There's been some talk about the car listening and not just visually seeing things. So, you know, while the technology is increasing, growing, I think we have even more options to further improve the ability to safely navigate accident scenes and such in our suite of things that, you know, Tesla can do. So I think we have an out here also, you know, a path to improved performance in spotting and navigating accident scenes and keeping first responders safe. I mean, obviously Tesla, with the 5-star crash ratings and such, and Elon's you know, own opinions and things that he said before, we know that Tesla really cares about safety. So, you know, the last thing that they want is for a first responder, an accident scene, to be involved in a crash due to autonomous driving and put anyone in danger. You know that they don't want that. And not just because of litigation like maybe some other companies would, but because I think Elon really cares about safety. So you know, maybe what they would do is they would, you know, speed up the investment in these other, forget the word Rob used, but the Neuralink, the AI technology, what it's doing with the pictures and how it's analyzing and growing as a software. So yeah, I think that would be really cool. I'm sure it's at some point, I guess we'll probably see a fire truck on our displays, right? It will have recognized it different than something else, and maybe there'll be something else added to the visualization to alert the driver that an accident scene is coming up. But I guess there's some thought. I mean, I guess some people really are hung up on Tesla drivers are not being monitored by a camera, or, you know, the steering wheel torque can be defeated, but also I would tell you that the eyeball visualization thing can be defeated too. But it seems to be a sticking point. You know, Consumer Reports really wanted to harp on that, to say that Cadillac Super Cruise was better because of the eyeball thing. I mean, I think it's good that we're investigating, us, GM, Ford, the best way to keep the driver engaged during this period where we have driver assistance versus full autonomy, right? I mean, I think that's good. I'm not saying which one is better, or I waved at the Tesla coming in the other direction. You know, not saying one is better or worse or whatever, but and you know, Tesla's got the cameras in the newer cars now and working on what to do with those cameras, and that's coming also. So if they're really investigating, part of the NHTSA thing was, is the driver engaged properly? Shouldn't the driver have taken over and avoided the accident scene, the first responder? I think we've got, you know, an out for that too, as far as how the software is growing. So anyway, that thing is going to take forever to be tied up. The initial preliminary review, there's like 3 at least, maybe there were 4 levels, I think, before you would get anywhere. I mean, it'd be a solid year. And again, Tesla's not standing still, folks. So in a year, whatever comes out of that, will it be relevant anymore to whatever's going on today? I'm really not sure that it will be, but they're going to do what they're going to do, and the stock's going to do what it's going to do. And since it's going to go on for a really long time, it's up to 4 months usually, I think he said, for this initial round of, do we even need to look further into it? You know, it's going to die down and come back, and it's going to affect the stock on and off anytime they release anything about it that the news media gets a hold of, and in between it won't really affect much, I guess. That's my take on it anyway. I'll continue to watch today, but so far I haven't seen any 25.7 gremlins on my driving. No rebooting, no hung visualizations, no can't see, and no nothing. So I'm hopeful. I can't, you know, I haven't driven enough miles yet. I'll be out in the turnpike later today. Haven't driven enough miles yet to certify it as back to normal, but so far so good, at least. Yep, don't start walking without your steps being tracked.
Can't do that. You don't get credit for it, you just might as well not do it.
Well, we're booking this morning because my chiropractor's appointment is early today at 10:30, and it's like a solid 35 minutes up there. So yeah, don't run. Your girl's not running. Walk fast, but don't run. I think we're going to be off the hook on showers today, but then tomorrow those are 70% chance of showers again. And as you can see, certain points on the trail are pretty covered with stuff because the rain keeps on bringing it down. Our driveway needs to be blown. The cul-de-sac, it looks like I never did anything out there. Good morning, Bunny. Hi. We see them still almost every day, but a lot of times they run before I can get the camera going. Hi. Hello. All right, so the workout group, it's got to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it's at least twice a week, and she has really got to move it over there this morning. Oh, I think it's cute. I think it's very cute. Poor Don, he's debriefing. He's debriefing, so he's de-stressing a little bit before he has to go back to work. It's a stressful, extra stressful week for Don. We'll just leave it there. He's been walking me fast. I'm out of breath. I'm struggling just a little more to talk today. I am the one that said, though, I had the time crunch this time around.
Oh, I gotta go be done.
Oh, that was one time around, by the way. Here comes time number 2. All right, this is the 3rd lap. My heart rate is over 125. Like I said, we've got our pace up just a little bit, but I am still able to talk, so that's good. But if I can feel it this morning, I can feel it. Say what?
I think today's going to be our all-time fastest.
Could be. I'm pretty out of breath, which tells me we've pushed it pretty hard on the trail.
We haven't let up. We've been hustling. Oh ho ho, 18:05.
Oh, I wanted 17.
Yeah, well, we missed that by 5 seconds a mile. 55.94.
All right, well, maybe another day. I guess I won't be too disappointed.
Well, I still think we did pretty good.
I do too.
All right, I'll see you back at the house.
Yep, love ya.
Love you
Put
too.
Jules in when I get there because I got to take back off so quick.
All righty, thank you.
Yep. As I walked past one of the houses down there, I smelled mothballs. So this is my yearly public service announcement to ask folks to please not put mothballs out loose in their yard. The reason is that they're highly toxic. They are not safe. Animals, domestic pets, wildlife, and children, should they put them in their mouth, can have quite adverse reactions or death. And people usually put them out because they think they'll keep snakes away. And I'm just here to tell you that I don't think these snakes give a darn about the mothballs anyway. So not only are you risking stuff in the environment that you might actually care about if you took a moment to think about it, but the mothballs aren't even going to do what you want. They're not going to keep the raccoons away. They're not going to keep the squirrels away. They're just going to be a danger in the environment. So please don't put them out. One of my neighbors, it worries me. It worries me. Worries me about my kitties. Worries me about other people's kitties, toddlers. It's a concern. It's 9:30, shooting to leave at 9:45 is my goal, so I probably have time for a quick shower if I don't dilly-dally, get caught up petting cats. That was invigorating at 18:05, huh? I wanted 17. There's Don. Not only did Don put Jules in, but he got Ruby back out for me because he knew I was running late. He's such a great guy. I told him how much I appreciated it. I did have time for a quick shower. I'm just still sucking wind. At least I get to sit for the drive up to the chiropractor. Hold down the fort, Tuxie. I'll be back. Well, at least I can say that he needs the extra space over here, so I can't be too upset that the truck's in my spot. I made it, 10 minutes to spare. So today she worked on soothing it. Feels totally fine right now, my lower back area, so that's good. I was just laid on the bed with the pulse today. She switches it up a little bit. Anyway, so I feel pretty good right now. I also closed my eyes for a few minutes while I was in the room alone, just laying there. I may have nodded off, maybe. Wow, it's only 82 out here today. It feels so much more reasonable. I was getting up to date on the weather and the news a little bit, and I see we're gonna get some moisture from Fred. However, it looks like the mountains will take the brunt of it and not here in the Piedmont. But we certainly could get a little bit of rain, and we have a marginal risk for severe weather. So mostly tonight into tomorrow. It's 11:30, so I've got about 2 hours before I need to head downtown. I'm gonna start out at Guardian Angel, and then I'm gonna decide what else I want to do, if anything. I got a great selection of lunch boxes, but you know, if I get one any bigger for Johnny, it won't fit in the pocket in his book bag. See, some people put together Legos, other people put together puzzles. That's cute. It's an owl. I like it. Those are really cute, but they've got $7 on each of them. No way. I don't see any Legos. They're trying to get rid of the tank tops. They're $2.50 each, and the third one's free. They got a bot. Well, I picked up Michelle a really nice piece of coral. It's mounted upright. Well, I don't know if it's real or fake coral, but it looks very nice. She's always getting it to put in her various aquariums. Oh my goodness, actually is raining a little bit here. And I got another belt for Dawn. When they're brand new and they're $1, you can't, and they're the right size, they're leather, you can't leave them. And one eyeglass holder. So after my little $5 value coupon, I guess I spent like $4 today. It was not a big haul, but I still had fun, and I spent about an hour in there. So I'm gonna head to the Raleigh supercharger. There's a Target there, and go look for the Cybertruck and pick up just a little bit of juice. I'm trying to kill 45-ish minutes. Next week I made my appointment at the chiropractor a little later, so there'll be less of a window. You know, I basically have time to go to Apex and then probably just go leave to get Johnny. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is the bridge Don and I walked across the other day when we were at the Museum of Art. I don't see anybody up there right now. Traffic over here on the Beltline has been kind of brutal today. Either moving really fast or coming to a virtual standstill. That's most of the construction is behind me now. Well, it's been a while since I've been to this supercharger, and Ruby brought me in the back way, and the back way is closed. You can't get in that way right now, so now I'm having to circle the entire little mall where the Target and the supercharger are. Not a big deal since I'm not in a hurry, but unexpected. I guess it's gonna let me in over here, but it's a lot to weed through from here over to where I need to get to. I would have been better off just going around. They had a stop sign, I did not. It's very crowded over here, which I guess is to be expected because there's it's lunchtime. You know, there's a lot of people here. Yes, everybody, let's not have an accident right out here in front of Target. Just have a little patience. It's a three-way stop. There's 2 Teslas parked at the level 2 chargers over here, and I have to wonder if that's because they're free. Well, backing in was easier today. Here, let me take my mask back off so you can hear me. It was easier today with the road closed over there, because normally people come flying through here and the buses come through here, and yeah. Superchargers, they need to be cleaned. They're dirty. All right, she's charging. She set at 80%. Let's see how long it says to completion. 25 minutes. So just to be safe, I'm gonna bump it up. I'll bump it back down when I get back. Come on, slide up. Oh, set limit, sorry. And how long to get to Johnny's school? Six miles and 12 minutes. So I got about 40 minutes. 30 minutes would be better in Target. 30 minutes. It is slightly awkward here how you have to grab the cable and where you have to stand to plug it in, but it works. I'm not really back too far. I mean, that's how people park here. Well, no luck down there. Target has such a great selection of Legos. Oh wow, on the shelf there aren't any. This Target has a lot of clearance toys, but of course no Legos, at least not that I've seen yet. Avocado ice cream, but it's still 18 carbs per serving, and there's 4 servings in that container. Oh, the little girls, they get all the cute stuff. Well, no luck, and I even checked the checkout lanes where they have some Hot Wheels. Wow, why don't we all bunch up today? When I got to the car and saw there were other cars near Ruby, I stopped charging and got in. I didn't look at the screen before I cut it off, which I meant to. But anyway, I'm up at 247 miles now. Set limit, Marianne, and then slide it backwards. Yeah, I'll have to go into Teslafy and try to make sure it's really at 80, but there, that's closer anyway. So the directions had me get on 440 north and then get back off at Capitol Boulevard and go south. Oh, okay. Works for me. As good as any, I guess, and I'm right on time to pick up Johnny. I enjoyed my little excursion into Target, even if I didn't find a Cybertruck. Yeah, I don't know why the Model S pulled in between me and the other car that was there. Normally at version 2, every other would be preferred for charging speed. I do believe they're sequentially numbered at that location. It's not like a few other places where the numbers aren't in a row. It's no big deal to me. I'm not in a road trip. I'm not in a rush today. I didn't need a certain amount of charge. I didn't care what my charging speed was, but it was just sort of a head scratcher there why he would have pulled in. And it looked like he had just started charging. But anyway, Ruby was close, you know, over 90%, so she wasn't pulling much anyway. I wouldn't be slowing him down. So it's telling me to turn left here onto Crabtree, and then North Raleigh Boulevard, and then Oakwood. I guess because I'm not going to Thompson campus, it's taking me in a little different way than I used to would have gone. But we're on the north side of the city right now. Huh. We're up here by the food bank. Yeah, I think it would be fair to say that I've never been this way before. There's a little pawn shop in that shopping center on the right over there, and I've been there with Michelle before, but not here. Why all of the... I guess we're protecting the white lane with these white, I don't know what you call those white posts, those white columns. I know there's a special word for them because they fold down if you hit them, but, huh. They're kind of distracting to me. Wow, this is going to bring me in right where the school is. Huh. Well, I would say that I wouldn't hesitate to go to that Target again, and when I'm headed in to pick up Johnny if I wanted to charge or needed something from a Target. This is very convenient. Well, there's a severe thunderstorm watch went up, and it looks like I'm not going to make it home without driving through it. Doesn't mention any hail though, so hopefully it'll just be rain. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. It's school pickup time. It's school pickup time. So I'm turning right here onto Oakwood, and I'm just about a half a mile from the school. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know the cause, but Johnny just called and says he's at the State Street exit. It's basically the football field, and to come around. And I agree that his normal crew of people under the tree over there wasn't there. Wow, they're actually in the St. Agnes parking lot. I don't know what's going on today. It's a little crazy over here. I missed the turn for gate 3 because I wasn't expecting it to be the gate for St. Agnes. I really thought they were around by the football field, but it's all right. Johnny saw me go past, so of course he called me again to tell me I missed the gate, which I knew, but you know, it's fine. I won't leave without him, rest assured. Like I said, they're actually over here at St. Agnes. Well, we do have rain, but it's not been severe, at least where we are. So that's Tux, and he refused to eat on the platform. And the whole time he thought about eating on the platform, these guys were determined they were getting up here to eat. Morris is dipped behind the stairs, but he's here too. So we've had a switching of eating positions. How annoying. How's my good boy doing? How's my good boy? Johnny's got a birthday party to go to tonight, and it's in Raleigh. So we'll be leaving in about a half an hour. I don't know if he'll probably be home early enough to still have Tux in. Well, yeah, there was a nice tree limb fell right on our walkway up the hill too. Glad I wasn't under it. Anyway, Johnny will probably still have him in later, but they come out to see you now, buddy. At night, he's been sleeping right here almost the whole night. That's been his spot lately, which I like because I can see him when I turn on the floodlight. It lights the corner of the catio and I can see him. It's a good boy. Tux is determined he's going to follow me, so I might as well move this limb to the brush pile. I've got the time. Johnny and I are back in the car on our way to Play Golf Way for the birthday party. It's in Raleigh, but it's sort of closer to the Cary side, so at least I don't have to go to the other side of Raleigh. I was going to tell you how many miles I've driven today, but since I charged in the middle of the day, the miles since last charge is only 29 something, and that's not the full day. I'm just a little road weary. You know, it'll almost be like driving to Raleigh 4 times today. Or some sort of a pickup truck in the guardrail back there, and traffic is starting to really back up, so I'll have to take an alternate route home. I have several choices. Well, there are some ginormous nets out here, I guess, to catch golf balls, and I think I've seen this from I-40 before. Huh. The family said that they had not golfed before, and everyone was going to learn together. I'm sure it'll be a fun time had by all. Wow, that is one tall net. Okay, let's Tesla window shop. There's a black Model 3 that has some red detailing on it. I really like it. I like the black with the red. I like red with the white too. There's a white Model S. And there's also a black Model S as I swing around here. The Model S is just to the right of the stop sign, see? And that's just in this part of the parking lot. I haven't been in the other part of the parking lot. Let's go just down here and just see if we see anything else. I'm going to say probably not, unless they're following the Tesla Ruby exercise program. Yeah, well, that's basically the way we came. I'm probably going to come down Holly Springs Road. Yeah, clearly the traffic is showing that backup where that vehicle was in the guardrail. So I'm just gonna get off at Tryon Road and come down Holly Springs, Kildare Farm, Holly Springs, past Whole Foods. It's 6:20 and I am back home. I think I'm gonna go in the house and collapse. I'm just tired. I'm tired. Time to plug in so we can do this all over again tomorrow.